What's up, guys? It's your boy Josiah, and you are watching another episode of Cocktails with Josiah. TV, I am back with another Cocktails with Josiah, and today I have my good friend, the lady in red, my girl Chris. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. So you are a PR mogul in this town.
Ooh, mogul. Yes.
Yes, that's a good word, right? That's a word right there.
Perfect.
So tell me, first of all, what inspired you to wear red?
Wow. So, whenever you have a business or an organization, or when you're just focusing on branding, you want to make sure that you are doing something that sets yourself apart from other people.
Mm-hmm.
What is that one thing that's going to help me remember her, right? So even if people don't remember my name, or even if they don't remember exactly what it is I do, they'll say, hey, it's that girl in red. I know that girl in red. I know she does this, but I can't quite remember her name. Or even when you're at the store and you're buying a shirt, or, okay, let me tell you something, Josiah, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was at the club one day, and I was in a transition of actually trying to figure out how do I want people to remember me, even when I'm not in the room. So that's all about like brand, right? Like brand, like recognition. And I could have a slogan or a tagline, but none of those things really caught my attention. However, I wanted something that was very universal, something that was very, very simple, and it's not being done, and very unique, because me, myself, and I, we're very unique.
Yeah.
So, a color. I wore a red dress one night to the club, and all my friends were wearing other colors. But no matter where we went,
You stood out.
I stood out.
People remember you the most.
Exactly. And they're like, hey, you in the red dress. Hey, you in the red dress. I don't know. It's just something about the lady in the red. Red turns heads. And I'm like, you know what? I think red is going to be my color. So, love the color. It's always my favorite color. It represents passion. It represents love. It represents life. It represents distinction, boldness, just power. It's a power color all around, and I'm a powerful person. So, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Because red, like you said, red definitely stands out, and you do wear consistent red all the time, which is a good thing because it makes it unique.
Exactly.
Because if everybody else is wearing black, you wearing red, it stands out.
Let me tell you something. When I'm not wearing red, like last night, I wore a pink dress, and people are like, wait, where's the red?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I can't wear another color, but I love that because it's all about branding. Whenever you see the Apple logo on an Apple product, you know that it's Apple.
It's Apple, exactly.
Right.
So I definitely agree with you on that. Like, that's pretty much dope. So what inspired you to get into PR? Were you seeing people in the industry that kind of caught your attention, and you like, hey, like this is something that I definitely want to do, and I see myself doing. Like, what kind of got you into that business?
I've always been a people's person, and I've always been driven by solutions and creating a process for things to stay successful. So implementing processes, of course, and being a people's person, and being in a power of influencing decisions. In my search of my career, I was first a chemical engineer. I was a chemical engineer major at Prairie View A&M University.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Prairie View. Prairie View produces productive people.
I see.
Cheers to that. But yes, I started out my undergrad in actually chemical engineering. I did that for about 2.5 years. College is all about self-development. It's just another phase in self-development. However, I didn't want to graduate with a degree that was only good on paper, and it really didn't make me happy.
Mm-hmm. So
naturally, I have a passion to just help people influence their decisions in order to help them become more successful, of course. So I found my niche, of course, more in a business light when I started majoring in business marketing. And when I actually got to Prairie View, I was branding myself as the Paris Gordon. That was my brand. And I was just helping people promote I was helping to promote parties, events. I'll be like writing their papers like for them. I'll be just pitching them to other people naturally. This is who I am. So naturally, I have always had the skills of a PR consultant or representative, but by trade, it really didn't happen until I started to find myself more at Prairie View. And now I actually do that full time, which is really great. So by trade, I've been doing it for about 10 years. And full time, I've been doing it for about 2 years. Yes.
First of all, okay, so 2 statements for me. PV lit. I never was blessed to go to an HBCU, but I will be going to one maybe next year.
Wait, are you going to Prairie View?
No, I'm not going to PV.
Child.
I want something different. I've been here all my life, but
Okay, where you going? Morehouse?
I'm thinking about maybe going to Florida.
Okay,
For
FAMU?
Yeah, for
Okay,
my
yeah.
degree.
You know, that's as long as you keep within the historically black college university family, it's all gravy.
Right, exactly. So PV, a lot of people that I know that from PV, they're great. There's so many different people that I know. There's like DJs, activists.
Oh my
that
God,
goes
DJ
to
Mr. Rogers, DJ 4.0,
Yes,
like DJ
yes,
like
I was
Will
saying.
A, like where to play, like
Your boy Jaron Small.
Jaron Smalls, what's
Yes.
up? Look, I remember when they were Smalls Media. Okay, like okay, keep going. Don't
No, you're good. You're good.
Don't let me
So,
interrupt.
you are crazy. So all these great people, and it's just like, wow, like that's really lit. So a lot of people don't really know what PR is. Can
Right.
you give your definition of PR, and why is it important for anybody who's a creative or with good talent who wants to kind of move their business up to a higher standard needs a PR?
Right. I'm glad you asked that question.
Yes.
So, public relations is really important to a brand, or organization, or a company because not only are they the spokesperson, but they're the liaison between the entity, your entity, and the public. So they specialize in networking, building relationships, maintaining those relationships, and helping you look positive at all times in whatever light. So there's actually different types of PR. The kind of PR that I do is more so integrated communications. So it takes tools or it takes functions like being a publicist. So you wear many hats as a public relations representative. So it's either you're acting as a publicist or you can also be in coordination with event planners or pitching to the press about your client, or even just a part of their rebranding. You're hands-on with advertising. There's so many different hats that a PR representative wears, but PR is really important because we make sure that you are always looking good. We're pitching you in rooms that you have not even walked in, and we're maximizing our full contact list or our Rolodex with people that can help you get your brand out even more. So it's an ongoing thing. It's 25/8. You're always on the phone with people. You're always sending emails. You're always shaking hands and kissing babies.
Mm-hmm.
And that it's so much fun, but it takes so much time.
Yes.
And when someone actually is thinking about starting a business or even creating a brand, first of all, it's really important for you to consider 15% of your gross revenue needs to be allotted to a marketing budget. What good is a business if you're not marketing it? So PR is just one aspect of marketing. So, and it's very hands-on. It's all about building relationships and maintaining them. And it's really important for you to have a PR person because you can't do everything. And you may not want to pay for it, but you're also going to be spending more time doing other things that you don't specialize in, and someone like me does. So, yeah, whenever you're running a business, just put aside 15% of your income for me. Let me do my job, speak on your behalf, and save you time. That way.
I love that, and I love how you broke it down because Girl, do you know that there's so many different people? Like, there's so many different people, love, that does not know the difference between a manager
Yes.
and a PR.
Oh,
and I'm
God.
pretty sure you had plenty of clients that
Yes.
come and you be like, can you manage my career? Can you manage me?
No.
And you be like, no, baby, I'm not a manager. Like, I know you be getting those type of people. And I know you be getting annoyed with it too.
Yes, I am not a manager, but I am in full communication with the manager of a project. My job is to make sure that your social media plan is being executed when it's supposed to. My job is to make sure that the press knows your name, or even an event that you have going on. My job is also to make sure that you are ready for an interview. You know what's going to be asked of you, and I prep you for that. My job is also to make sure you just look good all the time. Even like when I have a few clients, people get, you know, excited in social settings. And if I'm out with my client, I'm like, okay, look, you had 2 drinks. Because I study my clients. So I'm like, look, you got 2
You know
drinks.
the lightweights, you know the one who, you know, who does the most when they're
Exactly.
drunk or whatever. So
Exactly. And people, and my job too is also to change the narrative or to control the conversation. So with that, you just also have to know a lot about just like the psychological process of people, why people make decisions the way they do and how they do it when they do. But yes, sorry, I can talk about PR all day long, y'all.
I'm here for it.
Anyways, the lady
that's
in
what we
red, we ain't done yet.
We ain't done yet. We definitely ain't done yet. So I know that you just recently started your business around last year, right? You just finally took the leap. Well, you've been at your business, but you took the leap of faith.
Right.
Quit your 9-to-5 job last year to expand more in your business. Tell me about that.
Wow. So now you're talking about just like passion and purpose and timing. So thank God that I've always known what it is that I wanted to do. And I also, as much as I am a leader, you know, I also allow myself to be coachable. So I knew that if I wanted to have a successful business, I was going to have to take some type of direction from experience in life. Okay, so I got a 9-to-5, right? I worked for a really large company and I learned the ins and outs on how to run a business, how to market a product successfully in order for it to make billions or millions of dollars. And also I learned more about consumer behavior, which is also important. The way people buy, how they buy, when they buy. So I knew all the time what I wanted to do my whole life. I've always been an entrepreneur at heart. Since I was about 5, I've been creating jobs for myself. So I knew that, one, I did not want to work for anybody when I graduated. However, the way God works is that when I graduated, I was working, you know, I would never say I was working for somebody, because if I'm putting my time, my effort, you know, like on the table, we are working together. So I chose to work with the company to get more experience, that 9-to-5, did that 3 years. However, I found myself overworked and undervalued in that situation, and that motivated me to take that leap of faith even more, because I was already getting clarity from God on where I should transition my life into or how I should do it. So I already was running the beauty and PR on the side of my 9-to-5. I mean, I was working 12-hour, 14-hour, 15-hour days and still, you know, devote the maximum amount of time, you know, I promised my clients I would to them. So it just came a point in time where I got tired of letting myself down. I wanted to pursue my passion full time, and that's exactly what I did. Granted, I knew that it was going to be a risk. I knew it was a huge risk. I knew that I was going to be uncomfortable some days. I knew that I was really going to have to depend on God and my skills every day if I wanted to be successful. So when you have the skill and the will, you know, and the tenacity to really just do what it is that you are here to do on earth, then you will not fail. And I knew that I wasn't going to fail. So yeah, and I thank God, for Prairie View, because like I said, when I was at Prairie View, I actually started my brand at Prairie View. People began to know what it is that I did and who I was. So now that I'm running my own company, 100% of the referrals that I have for my business are my fellow Prairie View colleagues. I kid you not. And the conversation is, oh, I know this girl that does PR, or I know this girl that does marketing. She's always in red, matter of fact. So, yes, I was inspired to really take this full time because it's been a burning sensation in my heart to always pursue what it is that I was placed here on earth to do. And I got tired of just satisfying other people and not doing what I wanted to do. So, yeah.
I love how you broke that down, and I love how you explained to people the sacrifices that you had to make to get there. Because a lot of people feel like when they started their own business that it's an easy road.
Oh no, baby, no.
There's going to be some nights where you're crying. There's going to be some nights where you cannot, go. You feel like you just can't make it. Like people really feel like that it's just really simple. But it's not. It takes sacrifice. And I love that you mentioned that.
Yeah. Sacrifice and success are mutually exclusive. Like, you don't have one without the other. Mm-hmm. Period, poo.
Period. So, tell me about the do's and don'ts of using a PR consultant to expand your brand.
Okay, so I'll give you two for each. Two do's and two don'ts when having a PR on your team to help expand your brand. One do. Expect for them to be passionate in their craft, to do research on you, who you're hanging out with, the brands that you use, and your future trajectory of your business or your brand. Where do you want to take this brand? It is their business to be in your business because they have to know you just as much as your mama know you. Because if I don't know you, how can I speak on your behalf? Or how can I defend you or speak up for you, like in general? But don't confuse us with, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do things my way, and because I have a PR person on my side, they're gonna cover me up anyways. Listen, honey. I have a life too, okay?
I cannot with you, man.
I have a life too, okay? And my life is not going, and first of all, I get billed by the hour. So and all my clients are on retainer. So weekly, I'm gonna put in, a certain amount of hours for you, and I'm gonna bill that time to you. Now, if you have the budget to go outside of that bill time, in our retainer, then by all means, I'm not saying go act the fool, but just make sure that you ain't out here writing a check that you really can't cash. And I mean that literally and figuratively, because I'll take you to small claims court. But anyway, so yeah.
And I oops.
What you doing? But yeah, so don't expect for your PR person or your PR manager or the PR consultant on your team to cover every little mistake that you do because you don't have self-control or you think you know it all and you are just totally just rebellious and you think that, it won't happen to you.
When you said that reminded me of someone. I'm not going to say any names, but it kind of blew up over the blogs, and actually he's from Houston.
Really?
It was this PR who was working with a famous celebrity, and she had her own show. And do you know who I'm talking about?
Yep.
It blew up.
Yeah.
It blew up. I mean, I'm not going to say no names. I mean, you guys should know who it is, but I was just like, how dare you disrespect this man? This man was like one of the most hardest working people I have seen in H-Town. Who expanded his business from Houston to LA to New York to Atlanta. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Like, seriously? So you're absolutely right on that. I definitely agree with you.
Yes. And by all means, so yes. Just because you have a PR person, don't expect for them. We are not a Molly maid, okay? We are not about to be up here like cleaning up after you every 5 seconds. We have lives and we have other clients, and I'm sorry to say, but you are not the only one. So we need for you to also have a little more self-respect, have a little bit more consciousness about the decisions that you are making, because if it's affecting you, it's affecting us too. And two, do expect for the PR person to protect your brand, because we make sure that you are being held in a positive light. And if you're not, we're going to try to transition the conversation so that you are. Because like I said, a PR person is not only representing one entity, but maybe several. And the minute you do something, the other stakeholders that invest into this PR person may want to take food off of their table because you done messed up, and that is not fair. So do not, I repeat, do not take advantage of your PR person. That is not fair. And also, don't expect for success to come overnight when you have a PR person, because it does not. Rome was not built in a day. And just because you popping in Houston doesn't mean that you're popping. You're gonna be automatically popping in LA or London, or you should just land placements in Essence and L. It doesn't work like that, honey. So I am not a magician, and I do not have a fancy wand. You and don't expect that from me. Please don't. Please don't. Yeah.
I love that. Okay. Yeah. I feel like I was read for a second. Woo, the library is completely open. So, what advice do you have for someone who's looking to break into, public relations industry, and someone who has the aspirations to be a PR consultant? What advice do you have for that person who does not necessarily have the resources but know what they want to be in life?
Ooh. One, email me. Let's talk about it.
I'll drop her name down here.
Yes. Email me. Let's talk about it. I'll even get on a phone call with you. But two, also research the industry to make sure this is something aligned on what you want to do, because it is a 25/8 job. I kid you not. So this isn't like you work at Wells Fargo and it's 9 to 5, and then when you at 6 o'clock, you're not a part of Wells Fargo anymore. No, you are all the time in the spotlight, being critiqued. Everything that you wear, anything that you do, the people that you hang around are always being critiqued. So one, make sure that your image is positive, because there's no way that you're going to be representing somebody and you aren't together yourself. So two, figure out what it is that you're really good at, because there's different types of PR. There's crisis like management, or PR crisis management, or there's also event, public relations, or it's integrated, communications. So just figure out what it is that you do the best or that you like, and then go after that, or maybe shadow somebody, get a mentor. Oh yes, get a mentor. Let me tell y'all something.
Mentor.
When I first got in, when I first started, nobody wanted to mentor me. Nobody. They said I was too aggressive, and they said I was too unorthodox. Me? Too aggressive? No, but seriously, they said I was too unorthodox and I was too aggressive. But I'm from Illinois, okay? And
you're very straightforward.
Yeah.
No
I'm
bullshit, no cookie cutter shit.
But why would you not want to be a part of my success? Because if I win, you win. I'm going to credit some of my wins to you because you helped me get me here. But sometimes as black people, we be so just focused on it's crabs in a barrel. Forget the crabs and forget the barrel. We can help each other out, and we got to get better at that. And my name is Kay, and I stand by that. This is the approved message.
Oh my God, we have yes. We have to have a conversation on that off camera.
Okay.
Let's have a conversation real quick. So, you're popping in Houston yourself, ma'am.
Okay.
So, who are if you don't mind just revealing, who are some of just a handful of your clients that you work with that's,
okay. Up and coming?
Up and coming, yeah.
Okay, so I have this contract with Shell. Well, here we have Shell. Mobile Gas, which is Tappa.
Okay.
Also have Smooth Gal Cosmetics. I have the lashes on right now. How you doing? Smooth Gal Cosmetics. Make sure that y'all get all your lashes from them. Mink lashes, 3D lashes, no matter. The lash, they have to look for you, because if you ain't smooth, you rough, honey. Smooth Gal, we have RST Biosciences. They focus on innovative innovative farming techniques with aquaponics. So it's good to know not only what you are eating, but where it comes from. And they provide solutions to where you could be in total control of that. So that's an agriculture client that I have. And also check out Mufasa, okay? Mufasa Anzor, like make sure y'all look him up on all of his platforms. He is the most like creative genius known to man, musically, just visually. Like he's a DJ, he's a producer, he's a songwriter, like, it's just so exciting. And also I am working with Crooked Straight Media. We are a media group and we provide production or video production, photography, PR, graphic design services for our clients, as well as creative and cool marketing agency.
Oh, I'm enjoying y'all.
Yes, like listen, everyone who I work with are so talented, and I'm just so happy that God chose us to be in each other's lives, and we push each other too.
That's
yeah,
good.
and all of my clients, you want to know something? They have great energy. Like I do, like Karen Civil said, I do energy checks first. Like before I take a check from you, I'm gonna see if our energy even aligns with each other.
If you're positive, who are you? Who is the person behind this brand?
And are we really gonna mesh? Because when I'm out selling you, not selling you like selling you, but when I'm out pitching you, I want to feel very enthused about who it is that I'm representing so much that people are like, man, forget it, say less.
You want to be
How can I
confident
invest?
of who you're representing.
Yes, and that's very important too.
I love that. Well, thank you so much, my love, for taking the time out to meet with me today for
Of
Cocktails with
course.
Josiah. Make sure y'all follow Chris at
Beauty of PR on Instagram, and also hit me up on my website if you want a consultation or see how I can help you grow your business at www.thebeautyofpr.com.
Alright guys, well this is Cocktails with Josiah. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and we are out.
Cheers.
Cheers.